If y'all only knew the craziness that goes on in my house. You may hear my son. You may hear my cat. You may hear Lord only knows what. But we're going to try this anyways. So this is my first video. I can already tell it's got some color issues going on with whatever. I'm hoping the volume works because we've had that. This is probably about the 20th time I've tried this video. But I have a lot of people asking me how I've lost so much weight. I am down 40 pounds in almost 4 months. And I can tell you it is with a change of life, but you got to know where I've come from. So that's what I'm here to tell you about, is where I've come from, and we're going to get to know each other a little bit. And whenever we go on to the next videos, I'll get into more detail. Okay, so this is how my life played out. We'll just do it real quick. Okay, I was a junk food junkie. I was up to 294 pounds. Like, we could just say 300, right? I was absolutely miserable. And the doctor said you got high blood pressure, you're anemic, you're borderline diabetic. I was just going down a very bad hill. I was sleeping all day long. I was probably awake about maybe 5 hours out of a day, missing work. I own my own business, so I had a lot of very upset customers. My kids, I have 3 kids. I was not a good mom. I mean, I still struggle. But I definitely have a lot more energy now. But the diet I started before all hell broke loose, I'll put it this way, I'm an all-in or an all-out type of person. So when I was on this calorie-cutting diet, I had gotten down to like 500 calories a day. And I was struggling to get more calories in because I didn't know what to eat. I was really, really struggling. And then one day I was sitting at work, because I actually went to work that day. And long story short, my heart goes crazy. I didn't have coffee that morning. Nothing was out of the ordinary. It just went crazy. Like, it was beating into my chest. It was flipping. My stomach had a heart, if that's possible. Someone's got to know what I mean. It felt like there was a heart in my stomach. And it was flipping. It was going nuts. It was beating completely fast. I'm like holding my heart, holding my stomach, and I think I'm gonna die. I'm looking out the window like I have no minutes on my phone because I hadn't paid my bill just yet, and I'm like, maybe I should go flag someone down. What should I do? So I walked over to the next door neighbor's house, and she took me to the emergency room. I live in a little town, in a Hickville town, where I have a strip mall and a neighborhood with other houses. So I am at work. It is a real business. Long story. So she gets me to the hospital, right? And they're hooking me up to all these things, and nobody cares that, I'm just pretty much naked with the curtain open. And I mean, I kind of care, but I kind of don't, because I think I'm dying. And the nurse looks at the other nurse, and she says, "Go get the crash cart. Her heart rate is 215. 215. Like, she either thought I was going to die, or she's going to use that on me while I was awake. Either way, the outcome doesn't seem good. I was terrified. And I had to make some changes in my life. They want me to go see a heart specialist. I don't have insurance, and I don't have money. So that was a very big problem for me. And so I did like what any other normal human being would do. I got on the internet and I Googled it. I know doctors say it's the worst thing you could do, but maybe they don't want us to know that, we might could fix ourselves. Who knows? But come to find out, did you know being low on potassium can cause your heart to go crazy like that? Well, as I dug deeper, having high blood pressure and being on blood pressure medicine can suck your potassium out of you. Sugar sucks your potassium out of you. And if you're not getting enough potassium in your diet, which I'm going to say the majority of Americans do not get enough potassium in your diet, you need 4,700 milligrams a day, you're probably deficient already. And if you have something sucking it out of you, like sugar or like high blood pressure medicine, you may find yourself where I was. I've not seen a heart specialist. This is my conclusion that I've came to, right? So I changed my ways, and I am now 4 months into this. Within the first 2 months, I went back to the doctor. And first of all, let me just tell you about my loving mama. She's a nurse. And on the way up to the doctor's office, she was mad as a hornet. She was like, "You came off all your medicines?" And I was like, "Yeah, they were killing me." And she's like, "Oh my gosh, you're killing yourself." And I was like, "Yeah, Mom, with vitamins." And I'm feeling cocky because I know how much better I feel. I feel amazing compared to where I had been, right? I'm not sleepy all day long anymore. I just feel better. And so I feel cocky, but she's terrified. Poor thing. And so we get into the doctor's office, and they put the cuff around my arm to take my blood pressure, and it's never fit me before, ever. As a matter of fact, I can barely fit in the chair every time I go in there. I fit in the chair, the blood pressure cuff didn't explode on me, and I was like, "Oh my gosh." And I have tears in my eye, like literal tears. And I'm like, that's amazing. It's never fit before. And my mom's over there going, I was like, "What was my blood pressure?" And she's like, "It was like 127/70 or something like that." And I was like, "Oh my gosh." And me and my mom just started bawling, both of us. She went from my baby's dying and killing herself to, what the heck just happened? And so we go into the room, and they weighed me, and they're like, "We see you lost some weight." And I'm like, "Y'all didn't know how much weight I had gained since the last time I was here. So y'all say I've lost 13 pounds, but y'all don't even know the half of it." And so we get in the room, and I was like, my asthma's gone. Because apparently leafy greens opens up all your airways and your arteries and whatnots, and makes them more flexible, and you can breathe better. And I tried to stop smoking. I'm still struggling with that. Y'all can pray for me. And so she does test on me, and my asthma's completely gone. She's like, "Oh my gosh." I'm like, "Yeah, I know." She's like, "Well, I still want to do an EKG on you." And I'm like, "Bring it." So they did an EKG, and it came out perfect. She's like, "Well, I still want to run some blood work." And I'm like, "Let's do this." When the blood work comes back, okay, my blood sugar was running 140 in the mornings fasting. My blood sugars were 89. I was on top of the world. And I'm telling my mom, about putting these MCT oils in my coffee. It's a fat from coconut. And she's like, "What is that, some sort of weed thing?" I was like, "No, Mom, it's not some sort of weed thing. It's a coconut thing. And it really works. It gives me so much energy. It's a medium chain triglyceride. It goes straight into your cells. It's used as energy. And it makes you go longer without being hungry. And come to find out, every time you eat, you spike your insulin. Doesn't matter if it's a piece of bacon, your insulin's going to spike. Some things make it spike higher than others. But it's going to spike. And so if you're eating 5 times a day, you continuously spike your insulin. And sooner or later, you become borderline diabetic or diabetic. And you're going to go through these problems, right? So we were just really on cloud 9, or I was, at least. I was on cloud 9, and that was 2 months into it. So now that I am 4 months into it, and I am down 40 pounds, and everyone asked me, "What are you doing?" I wanted to get on here and share with you guys. I do intermittent fasting. I follow Dr. Berg on YouTube, and I still have a long ways to go. You guys can tell I have a long ways to go. But I want everyone to know it's possible. It is very possible. And whenever you go through about 3 days of no sugar, and you get all your leafy greens. Dr. Berg recommends 7 to 10 cups of leafy greens a day. If you're doing that, it's going to cut out the majority of your cravings. He really recommends grass-fed beef and chicken and eggs and stuff like that. I can't afford it, so I don't get grass-fed things. And I did one time get some grass-fed chicken, and I tell you what, there's a different taste. It tastes amazing, and that's just a little side note there. But I have not ran across any chairs that I'd previously sat in that I can no longer sit in, and my clothes are absolutely falling off of me. I had to put a thing on Facebook the other day, you know, I'm taking donations because if I'm going to continue to lose weight, A, I don't have money to go buy a ton of clothes right now. B, if I'm going to lose more weight, that would be kind of pointless. So I enjoy that a lot. It's a really good feeling, and I'm hoping that I can inspire someone else. And you guys will see much, much more of me and less of me. And I appreciate all of you that are going to start following me and subscribing to my channel. And I hope to get to know you guys better too. Thank you guys for all your love and support. Bye.